There's too much estrogen. Then does a little dance to Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
With like a thing with his hat. You're a fucking Vegas showgirl.
A long fucking dance.
The gayest little dance number.
I need something super manly, and it's
Let
putting
me
on
do my
Frank,
routine.
getting my fedora and doing my dance. Welcome to When Harry Dumps Sally. I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Vinnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com. We discuss the main relationship in the rom-com, and we decide how long we think the couple is going to stay together after the credits roll.
And if they break up, who breaks up with who? And hey, why'd they do that to them?
Yeah.
Yep. And this week we watched What Women Want.
What Women Want.
2000 film. Year 2000.
And our log line for it is: a cocky, chauvinistic advertising executive magically acquires the ability to hear what women are thinking.
It is accurate.
Yeah, we've got Nick, Mel Gibson, and Darcy, Helen Hunt. This movie I had definitely seen once before when I was young.
Yeah.
And I honestly was expecting to hate this movie a lot more than I did.
I didn't hate it
I
all
know.
that much.
I was shocked.
I was shocked.
And I was like, am I crazy?
Do I hate women?
Do I hate women? But I actually think it's a Nancy Meyers film.
And she did them right. She didn't do it wrong.
I will say there were parts of the movie that pissed me off with how he's, taking advantage of women.
Awful.
He's bad, but he is bad. And it's established that he's a bad dude.
Yes.
But the parts when women were shitting on him in their head, I was like, this is good.
10 out of 10.
I wish every fucking man had to experience hearing everything every woman thought about them.
It would be so good for them.
Yes.
It'd be so
It
good
really
for
put
them.
him in their place. I genuinely was like, I think he learned a lesson. As much as he could.
Yeah, I really think a lot of men would learn a lot.
Yeah,
they wouldn't be like, why doesn't anyone like me, and then fucking kill people.
Right.
They'd be like, oh, I'm behaving in a way that maybe is alterable.
Also was he was hearing what women were thinking about him, but then also just what we're thinking in general,
right?
Which is normal fucking thoughts. I feel like he was like, oh, women are people.
It was a classic women are people, and it's so
sad when men have to discover that about us, but we are. It's true.
Yeah, we're people just like you.
Yep. Fun fact.
Yeah. So in the end, we have Helen Hunt's character, whose name is
Nancy.
Darcy. Okay, good. I was
Jesus
confused.
Christ. I looked at my notes wrong.
Is Darcy
and Nick.
And how long we think they'll be together at the end.
Yeah.
And in my experience from the film itself, it doesn't feel like they've been together, quote unquote, longer than a week.
Together.
Max.
Yeah.
But in their dating time, maybe a week.
Dating time, maybe a week.
Could be 2 weeks at a stretch.
Yeah. They've known each other a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if this movie takes place over longer than a month.
I don't think
tops.
so. I really don't think so.
Oh, wait. No, we know how long it takes place because his ex-wife is going on her honeymoon. This movie takes place over 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
not long.
Couldn't have dated more than maybe 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 5. So, okay, I have my 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I'm sure I'm going to change this.
And I'm comfortable with me changing it too.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 1 month.
Great.
Yeah. Here's the thing. He could have learned a thing, but I don't think it's sustained for long enough for him to actually have change in his life. I think within a month of not hearing women's thoughts anymore, he's going to go back to his behavior he's had for 30-some years. Because he gets
cured at the end. He can no longer do it.
Yes.
I think that he might have changed a bit, but I don't think he's changed enough with her.
Yeah.
Because she also knows that he's spent this whole time stealing her ideas.
Yes.
Like,
And
she knows he sucks.
and he has been sucking during the time where his behavior was the best it probably will ever be, because he knows people's feelings and emotions. Like,
yes.
he's not going to be that good again. He's not going to know what you're thinking again. He's going to go back to shit behavior he's had his whole life, and he has a reputation for it because he's a shit guy.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to last for long.
The thing that also drove me crazy in this is I'm like, Helen Hunt is so fucking beautiful.
Yes.
She's so hot. And
Yes.
I was like, sorry, but Mel Gibson, just no.
No, I completely agree.
That's just a no for me.
Yes.
And like he's an actor, so it's not like, wow, the ugliest man ever. But I'm like, she's gorgeous.
She's so hot, and he's kind of like an old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, womanizer, really?
Again, it's a bummer with women.
Our standards
are
are
so
low.
below the floor. In hell.
Straight women need to get it together.
It's so true.
So we start off and we've got this like, a man's man is the leader of the pack. And he just doesn't get what women are all about. And Nick is the ultimate man's man.
Yep.
And he's a total bachelor. He's the least politically correct man. This is his ex-wife talking about him.
Yes, his ex-wife. At some point we hear the daughter say, my dad, he's been like an uncle to me.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Uncle Dad is very funny.
And we hear about his mother,
Yeah.
and like this explains his whole thing. She was a Vegas showgirl, and he kind of was brought up backstage. And at first watching this, I was like, so he should be a theater kid.
He should be a theater kid, for
but
sure.
instead, he was their little prince. He was their pet.
And
he
then
was.
the mom inserted male role models in his life who were chauvinistic and awful.
Yes.
And that's when he got the male guys, is like powerful guys who'd be like spanking these women and shit. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay.
So he
You're
was there.
fucked.
He's fucked. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Because he's a product of his environment, as we all are. But, you know, we go to therapy and we work on it.
We work on it.
So, yeah, my first note getting to him, I was just like, Mel Gibson is not hot enough for this. And I don't love like commenting on people's appearances in these, but also I'm like, it's Mel Gibson. It's fine.
Yeah, we can do that.
He's waking up with a lipstick mark on his face.
He's smoking indoors because it's 2001 or 2000. Every
2000.
film, everyone's smoking indoors.
We smoke indoors at this time. That's what we were doing back then.
Man, it's so crazy to me. So crazy.
We didn't have
to me.
vapes yet.
Were there cigarettes in 1876?
Definitely.
Why don't we see anyone smoking in 1876 indoors in any of these, in that film where we were in 1876?
That's a
all the
great
time?
question.
Thank you.
They probably did.
We're
Don't
just
you
not
think?
seeing them? I really don't know.
1876 for sure, because I feel like one of the US's imports, I want to say, or exports was tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a thing we grow.
It's so hard to
think.
believe that no one was like, let's just do this outside. It's so.
I mean, I think they did it outside as well, but
Sure,
they're
but, like,
addicted
it's
to it.
Not the end. Yeah, it's true. All right. Anyway, smokes indoors. It's 2000. We're allowed. And this woman who I think is his housekeeper.
Yes.
He calls Babe several times. Slaps
He's
her
just
ass.
a fucking asshole.
Ugh.
She's like found a thong from the woman who was there the night before.
And she just like, who has this tiny underwear? And he goes, well, my mom has those tiny underwear. And I'm like, I hate that.
like,
You know
that's
that.
gross.
Yeah.
And then he, you know, is going to the coffee shop where Marissa Tomei works. She's Lola, the barista. She's an actress, and he's like gross and flirty with her, and he's constantly asking her out, and she's like, stop asking me out. And he like grabs her hand, and he is like, come on.
And then she like
just go on a date with me.
comes around and is on board. I'm like, I don't understand what just happened here. And the guy behind him is like, that was so inspiring.
No, all of it, like a lot of the pickup parts of it, I was like, what?
Yuck.
For Mel Gibson? I was like, I don't think that this is the guy who's pulling off these moves. I believe that there is a man hot enough to do this, but you got to be hot.
Yes,
to pull this
like,
off.
There are men who will just wear women down.
Yeah, but she also seemed into it. They
I know,
eventually.
that's what I could not understand.
God, Marissa Tomei, I was just like, wow, you
So
between
unfair.
this and Crazy Stupid Love, I'm like, you really just like love being
Yeah.
obsessed with a man for
Yeah.
no good reason.
So then they're talking. He's at work. They're talking about like,
there's a woman who we find out eventually is Darcy, but she's leaving some agency, and they're like, haha, yeah, so much for the edgy female vision. So stupid to have a woman running things.
And like this guy, all of his like dude friends or dude coworkers are like, you're such a genius for being awful with women. Like that's like their whole thing. And he's so like, smart for being fucking awesome. Asshole.
And I'm like, I don't believe this is how men actually are.
Yes,
do you think
no.
they are?
I think internally there are some men, when they see other men doing stuff, they're like, I wish I could be like that.
Okay.
But I don't. Sure. It'd be so.
Sometimes I feel
weird.
like the shit that we see in movies with men being like, oh yeah, bro, fuck yeah, you like wore that woman down. That was nice. I'm like, I can't imagine a man doing that in real life.
All of that would happen.
Yeah, it seems crazy.
It seems crazy to me.
Like I like refuse to believe that's actually happening.
Yes, but I do still think like, yeah, that's my bro. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, bro.
Do we gotta do, man?
I don't know. He thinks that he's going to be promoted to creative director, and so he's meeting with his boss to like hopefully get this promotion.
And it's like guys whining about the good old days, like in the 80s when you could do this.
When we only marketed to men, and it was all tobacco and alcohol,
like,
and we just
have credit cards till like 1975 or something.
And then guess what? We got credit cards, and bitches be shopping. We like to spend it. And then they were like, "Oh, we should advertise."
Maybe
to them.
They're our market.
They like to spend money.
And they refer to Darcy as this man eater, which is a term which is crazy to me because like we don't call men women eaters. It is like such a weird term we only use for women.
I'm also like, what does that mean? Like a man eater to me, in my head, makes me think of the Nelly Furtado song.
For sure. Where it's like, okay, she's
but
like
isn't
fucking
it like
going
sexy?
through it.
Like I'm like
sexy.
I'm like I think of that as like, oh, I fuck men and I throw them aside.
Yes.
That's a man eater to me. So like in this context, I'm like, what?
I think it's just like she like busts their balls and moves on. It's kind of the concept, but it's like,
well, this is what's also disappointing about this whole thing. I feel like he breaks this woman down and I'm like, she's powerful.
Yes.
She's got to come around and be like, oh, I deserve better. This man sucks. Come on.
That's why I think it can't be more than a month.
No. He also calls her, he says, I hear she's a bitch on wheels. And I like that. I'd like to be described as a bitch on wheels.
So silly. It's like, what about why the wheels?
Yeah.
Why the wheels?
What are the wheels about? Where's she rolling to? But we find out that she got hired instead. She got the job that he wanted. You need to hire a woman to get in a woman's psyche, and he can't do that. It's a woman's world. He can only get into a woman's pants, not their psyche. Is the whole thing. He doesn't know. He goes in. His assistants are there, and they're like popping champagne. He's like, "Nah, I didn't get it.
We can't do that."
So then he goes to his ex-wife's wedding that is happening right now.
Tries to kiss his ex-wife on the lips.
Weird. He's like, "Can I kiss the bride?" And she's like, "Okay." I was like,
and thinks it's gonna be a cheat because fucking hell.
Yeah, he's like, "Nah, make out."
Yeah, and he's entrusted with taking care of his daughter. He doesn't know the age of his daughter, any of her life.
13, she's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she calls him Nick. He doesn't call him Dad, and I love that shit. I love kids disrespecting parents that fundamentally should be disrespected.
100%. If you're not going to be there for your kid on a way where you like have earned the title that you want to be called. Like you're not
gonna be a dad. Why would I call you dad? That's so goofy.
Dad is like a thing that you should be.
Yes.
You don't get to just be called dad because you fucked somebody.
Unless you're comfortable saying biological father. Goodbye, biological father. Would that be better for you? It's true still,
Yeah.
So we see the day where Darcy comes in her first day at work, and she walks and he like loses his mind over her calves.
Yeah, he like drops his pen, is like, let me like look at her legs. There's lots of like gross shit like this where I'm just like, ugh.
It's so
like, Darcy,
weird.
You can do better.
Seriously. And she's doing a whole speech. In the middle of it, he and his friend like mind jacking off at each other. Like, dude, you guys are like, what, 40s at least?
Yeah, like, come on. She's like, okay, I'm going to pass around boxes to everyone. It's with a bunch of different products that are marketed towards women.
So you kind of get familiar.
And these are all products that are currently looking for like clients to represent them. So how about y'all take him home, figure out what's good, and they're all like,
gross.
What's this shit?
A bra.
A fucking
from a guy who's like
waxing.
taking him off women every weekend, and you're like, what's a bra?
It's like there's no tampon or anything in there. It's like, honestly, it wasn't that bad. Nope. It was like bath shit.
Yeah.
Nail polish. You're gonna be fine.
So we see him at home. He's smoking, drinking, watching sports.
Yeah, he loves just like, I feel like his whole energy feels like manic to an extent where he's just like chugging wine and like smoking, but like in a chaotic way, like not in a way where you're just sort of like, oh,
chilling.
I'm having a cigarette.
No,
like
it's
in a way where he's like,
it's tense, and he's flipping through the channels, and he hates seeing anytime a woman is talking on the screen. He'll flip through anytime a woman's talking. He's only cool with seeing her body moving, like in a yoga, but like anytime
the second
she's talking,
she speaks, he's like,
if it's in a woman in sports, he's like revolted.
Yeah.
And so then he's like, oh, I need Frank. I need Frank. He needs
Frank's
some testosterone.
Sing to me, which I'm like, is Frank Sinatra super manly? I feel like he's like a romance dude.
Yeah, he goes like, there's too much estrogen, so he puts on Frank Sinatra and then does a fucking little dance to Frank Sinatra with like a thing with his hat and a thing. I'm like, you're a fucking Vegas showgirl.
A long fucking dance.
A dance number, the gayest little dance number.
Choreographed. He's done this dance before.
Yes.
He has choreographed a dance to Frank Sinatra.
And
he is like, a theater kid at heart.
For sure. And he's just like, oh, I need something male.
I need something super manly, and it's putting
Let me
on
do my
Frank,
routine.
getting my fedora and doing my choreographed dance.
It's ridiculous. It's so crazy.
That was a scene I like didn't want to watch it. I was like, I'm uncomfortable with what I'm watching right now.
Like, even back then, I'm like, you guys don't see how this, they have to see how this doesn't make sense as a character.
I feel like, so before watching this, okay, because my perception of it, I was like, I think this movie is problematic, and it is.
Yes,
but
of course.
I was like, it feels like a movie that would be written by a man. And then seeing that so many women were attached to it, I was like, what the fuck? And now I'm like, oh, it's a satire. Like,
they have to see that this
like
is
we're making fun.
He's like, oh, I'm doing my little dance routine.
I feel like it's when, like, I feel like as a woman, we're like, what do men do? And I, like when they're alone,
like,
and I kind of like deciding that he does a dance number. Yeah,
it's true. It's so funny.
I don't know.
And then he's doing that. He's like, I gotta think like a broad.
Think like a broad. And
he goes through his daughter's music.
Using the word broad is insane.
It's very silly. He looks through his daughter's like bag that she has there to find his like CDs, and she's got like Tori Amos, Alanis Morissette, Meredith Brooks, and he plays "Bitch" by Meredith Brooks.
And he's like, she saw it. Is how he picks. Yep. I was like, okay. He's so I'm a Bitch is playing. He's trying on all the products.
Yes.
And then
he's doing the nail
does
polish.
the wax.
He's doing the mascara. He does the wax.
And I love that. I think that men should get waxed.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a man who's going to expect that a woman is going to be waxed. You better be waxed.
It's ridiculous. I had told my ex-partner, whatever, my recent partner recently about like how much it costs for me to like get laser done. And he's like, what, it costs that much? I'm like, yeah. We do the most fucked up shit.
Yes.
Because society is like, you got to do this shit. It's insane what we have to do. And he's like, oh, dude. I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking moron. That's why. Men should be required.
100%. I'm like, if I... Like at this point, I'm like, if anybody were like, you gotta get a bikini wax regularly, I'd be like, cool, you too.
You first. Let's hold hands.
You as well. I guess if we're gonna both do this, which I don't know. I just feel like men are.
I have no idea.
They don't have a strong pain tolerance either.
They have
like, babies.
zero pain tolerance. I did one of those cramp simulators on a guy. He died within like 25% of where it goes. And it's like, they can't they can't fathom how much pain.
No, our bodies are designed to withstand pain. I feel like this is a thing that tattoo artists have like said as well, is that women handle tattoos better than men.
Men are such fucking babies.
They're just not meant to handle pain. They're just kind of maybe the weaker sex.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so.
Might be. I don't know.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
So he can't wax himself because he's a little bitch.
He waxes one leg and he goes, "This hurts. Why would anyone ever do the other leg?"
We're like, I don't even know. Probably because of men like you. And he's put on like his control top, pantyhose. He's doing all the things. And then his daughter walks in with her boyfriend,
which is very funny.
And he's just, he's it's awkward. Of course. The boyfriend's like, I'm going to go.
And whatever. They leave and he trips over like bath balls.
Beads. Yeah.
And slips and essentially gets electrocuted by a hairdryer.
And all the feminine products are like have fallen into the bathtub. And so he's like surrounded by all this women stuff.
Yuck.
When he gets electrocuted.
And right before that, I think the last thing he says is like, "What do women want?" And then he wakes up and he's like hearing what
the housekeeper's thinking. He thinks she's saying it out loud because he doesn't know yet.
Can't believe women have thoughts.
She's going through his shit just being like, wow, this fucking asshole.
And this is so trivial. He should have nail polish on this whole day.
I agree. I wrote this down as well. I was like, bro doesn't have nail polish remover. He doesn't
know what that is.
You're telling me, dude,
last night and they're gone.
Dude has nail polish remover. No, he doesn't.
No.
How do you get that off?
He hasn't even figured out women have thoughts yet. He doesn't know about nail polish remover.
No, I had the same exact thought.
It made me furious.
I was like,
there were women on this. There were women on this film and didn't go.
If a nail polish remover were a part of the gift basket, then I would be like, okay, sure, I guess he figured it out. But like, come on.
Nope, I don't see it. So we also hear once in a while his thoughts of this woman, Erin, who he's like, oh, she's suicidal, but funny. He's hearing her thoughts about how like she like wants to like go through a plate glass door or whatever.
Yes. He's hearing every woman's thoughts around. Yes. And this is when I love just all of this chunk of the movie of women
doing their thoughts at him
and mostly hating him.
100%.
Great.
Yeah. They're in their like pitch room and everyone's doing their thoughts and he hears this one woman's thought and he's like, I'm going to cop her thing as an idea.
Yes. Now he learns he can take women's thoughts and, because men aren't stealing our ideas enough already. Now he's going to steal their thoughts.
And the men laugh at the idea. The women give nothing. They're like, no.
Some idea about Advil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He gets home to his daughter and the other guy making out. And he's like, I'm going to undo this by like redoing the whole thing that happened last night. He's like, I'm going to do my nails again, even though they shouldn't need to be done again. And I'm going to try to electrocute myself like with a thunderstorm and all of this shit. This guy will do anything to not have to hear a woman's voice again.
No. He doesn't want to know that women have thoughts. No, he's like, I'll risk death.
Yeah, literally.
Although it would be awful to hear people's thoughts.
Yeah.
Like not at will, just constantly.
It'd be absolutely overloading.
Yes.
You wouldn't have a second to think. There'd be so many things to process.
It would be so loud all the time.
100%.
I also have like such unreasonable paranoia about people being able to read my mind.
I know this about you, yes.
So I don't like this.
No, because you're like, if I can read theirs, surely they can read mine.
Because I can read people's minds.
Well, I mean, in the future, in the world where you can read their minds, it'd be scary because you're like.
Well, I mean, I think this movie just like plays into that paranoia where I'm like, what if a man
guy could?
What if there's just random people amongst us who can read my mind, and I really don't like that.
I think if there's random people, it's a problem. If there's a random person, that's a crazy person, actually.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
No, that's fair. So it's the next morning. He's going like, where can I find a woman if she can hear my thoughts? So he goes to a mall because he's like, women will be at malls.
Yeah, for some reason there's no women around. And he realizes that he doesn't have it. He's not rid of it.
Yeah.
And so he goes to see his old couples therapist. It's Bette Midler, who can't stand him.
Yeah.
Good.
And she does believe him pretty quickly.
Well, because he reads her mind.
Exactly, with like numbers. And she's like, why would you want to get rid of this brilliant gift? And she kind of gets crazy. She starts like smoking kind of crazy too.
Well, she starts being like, you're the luckiest man on earth. If you know what women want, you can
this
rule.
Part is crazy. You can rule the world.
Like,
I'm like, don't tell this to a guy that you clearly think is an asshole.
I was like, we were hearing
guy.
your thoughts. So you're like, this man sucks.
And you're going to tell him something that enables him to be crazier and more fucked up?
You're going to say he can rule the world? Come on, girl.
Wild.
I mean, I guess she can't hide what she's thinking from him now. But like, I was like, wow, you really switched.
So now this guy goes in the world more of a monster, knowing what he knows. And man, I hated that therapist.
Yeah.
So he's in the office with Helen Hunt.
Yes. This is when he starts to get excited. And I wrote down, I like the parts when he's suffering better.
Every time.
I was like, oh, he's happy again.
Yuck.
Not a fan.
No.
He's back hitting on the barista. He's back hitting on and using her thoughts.
He's with like Helen Hunt in the office talking about the Nike thing. And he's like kind of saying the same idea she has, saying the graphic could be black and white. She says the graphic could be black and white, all of that shit. And there's like a weird cigar moment with the boss where he's like, we're going to go for cigars later. And Helen's like, yeah. And he's like, you smoke? She's like, no. And I hated it. But yes, there's stuff where he's like nice to her daughter in front of her friends because he hears the daughter's friends thinking he's an asshole. So he's like learning that he can change his behavior. And then the coffee woman.
Yes.
They're on a date.
Right. Well, before that, he asked her out by using what she was thinking. She's like, I want you to ask me out, but in this way. And he was like, let me do it. Yeah. And now they're making out. I did love this whole scene because I wish that men could also hear this. So they go on their date. They're making out. And throughout it, she's just like, wow, he sucks at this. The whole time she's like, this is bad.
In the bedroom, everything's like
bad,
too much time,
bad, too much. Why is he doing that? Why is he going there? What's he doing?
He loses his mind and goes in the bathroom to breathe for a second.
Because he's just like, wow, literally, he is learning for the first time in his life that he sucks at sex.
For sure.
Because he's never in his life thought that like maybe he should consider
a woman's
if a woman is having a good job, like a good time.
What's going on for her?
Yeah.
Yep.
So now he's learning that he's talking to his dick like a fucking loser. Don't talk to your dick. Come on.
I missed that.
He was giving his dick a pep talk.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, that's
sad.
Embarrassing.
That's so sad. But then he like goes back in, I think, just planning to like listen to her.
Yes, he learns. He's like, oh my God. If I listen to what women want, they'll have fun during sex. And then she's like, wow, you're literally the best person at sex ever.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like you could read my mind. And he's like, I'm a sex god. I'm so fucking good.
Yeah.
And now he's going around like really reading
Feeling
women's
amazing.
minds. This is when I was like, mind reading scares me.
Yeah. So he's like going to libraries, yoga classes, salons, everywhere he can like hear women's thoughts to each other.
Yeah. Because he's also trying to like get this creative director job. He's not only stealing Darcy's ideas, he's also using this power to be like, okay, I'm gonna come up with great ideas and whatever.
And so he's like making friends with the women in his office. Even he makes the women laugh and give the women advice. And he tells Helen like, you know that women worry all the time about everything.
Yeah, women worry all the time. They wonder what they're gonna accomplish. Man, she's like, you're so right.
Like, how do you know that?
And she starts to get like really, this is when, okay, Darcy is this like hard ass executive woman.
Yes.
And around this point, and honestly earlier, but especially around this point, I'm like, that's not what your character's giving at all.
I know. Are you like buckling?
She's like, for this guy? Oh my God, he knows that women think.
I can't believe that he knows
that. Oh my
that.
God, he knows that. So now I'm going to lose my mind. And she's like, oh shit, I'm looking at his dick. I'm like, Jesus
This was
Christ.
crazy. She's like, she tells him, she's like, I heard that you were like a tough chauvinistic prick. And he's like, well, I heard that you were like some other crazy thing. And what's so annoying about this is because they were saying he's like a tough chauvinistic prick because that's how he behaved, literally. I'm sure they're saying what they're saying about her just because like she was a woman who was being successful.
Yeah.
And it's just so unfair what they say to women for behavior that's like night and day from each other. But yeah, she keeps looking at his penis and thinking she's looking at his penis. And I'm like, this is crazy.
I'm like, women
I'm not looking at penises.
I don't think that we check out a dude's dick.
I really don't.
First of all, there's
don't.
like nothing to see
nothing to
if
see
they
there.
have clothes on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's just no reason to look there.
And unless it's like activated.
Right. Activated.
Unless it's activated. I can't come to any conclusions about it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, am I
No.
trying? Am I whatever? Like, I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
No, we can't see. I guess unless it was like major monster cock and you have tight pants on.
Yeah, maybe. But even then, I'm not like.
I'm not going to
can't
look
wait
at.
to like get that somewhere. Like, I just not. I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
He's working late. She's working late. He's being weird and creepy. And then he's like, let me help. Let me help. And she's like, I'm really stressed. I feel like I'm not doing a good job. It's because he's stealing your ideas out of your brain.
Out of your brain. It's
literally
terrible.
taking them from your brain.
And
she finds out that he tried stuff on the from the box. And she's like, wow.
Oh my God. You're so sensitive.
Committed.
Can't believe it. He goes to like get prom dresses with his daughter. And he's like trying them on with her. The montage, I think, is functionally very weird for some reason.
Okay, I feel like the reason the montage was bad was because the song choice was weird
it wasn't
and
that
slow.
bap, bap, bap song.
Yes, a montage
what
needs
a girl
to be
wants.
yeah,
What a girl wants. This is not like a fun
very
montage.
slow. And I was like,
they were literally like, we need this song because it's almost the name of the movie.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's not enough.
But no, we should have done an up-tempo version of it if we wanted to.
Yeah, like a club
or
version.
something. Like, come on, like we gotta. I was like, the pacing of this montage is crazy.
Awkward. And then he hears her final thought when she picks the dress, and her final thought, the daughter's, is, this is what I'll be wearing the last night I'm a virgin.
And he's like, okay, let's have a sex talk even though I haven't been in your life.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And he's like, boys and girls think very differently about sex, which, like, I know to some extent this is real, but I really don't like this idea.
I don't like if it's a black and white concept that's women don't think about sex, or like girls don't think about sex and men only think about sex, because that's not true. There's like a way grayer situation.
I think that's a way grayer situation. I think it's like, and I think it's unfair to boys as well. I think it's this idea that like teenage girls aren't horny. They are, horny. And they are definitely trying to fuck. And then this idea that teenage boys aren't sensitive and trying to like be in relationships and have crushes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they are.
Yeah.
Like, and both of them are experiencing that. And it's honestly very confusing. Being a teenager is terrible.
Yep.
And it's bad for both boys and girls.
Absolutely. It's a nightmare.
But, you know, whatever. He's like, nah, boys just want to fuck.
And she gets furious. She's like, it's nuts that at 15 years of you not relating, you're pretending to be a parent now.
Yeah.
Valid.
And then she's...
one issue with her. Mm-hmm. Sometimes in the film she has braces. Sometimes she doesn't have braces, and not in the orders you would think.
Interesting. I feel like I did clock braces at one point, but not enough that I paid attention throughout it.
Once I suddenly saw braces once, and I'm like, and then I looked and not anymore, and I'm like, what are you doing? If you're gonna have her in one scene with braces, someone's gonna say, give her fake braces for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was nuts.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. Like, clearly they just shot it out of order.
I mean, sure. And you think the actress got braces?
I think she got them removed.
Okay.
And I think her first scene was the one with braces, even though it was out of order shot. You know what I mean? Maybe the rest she didn't, and they didn't go, oh, maybe.
Yeah, interesting.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. Either way, someone should have done something.
Or they but like if they made a call halfway through, like you got to reshoot that shit.
Something. Put braces in post? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I used to know how much post you got in 2000.
Yeah.
You have had Star Wars before this. You can fucking do
Come
some
on.
braces, okay? Anyway, he's watching
women's television now. Now he feels all sad and empathetic. He's like, wow, women are people, and Darcy calls him and they're gonna go out now.
To go to a jazz club.
Yeah, and she, discusses she was divorced 9 months ago. She got successful and he hated it.
Yeah.
She's like, that's the price I pay for being me. I'm like, girl, you deserve so much better.
It's true. She's like really excited that she bought her own place.
Yeah.
They kiss, they make out.
I'm like, this romance was just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, it really like dismisses who she's supposed to be so quickly.
I just feel like she is too smart and successful to fall for whatever the fuck this is.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I'm not a super smart, successful woman, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this guy on about?
Yeah, I think the most generous take I could do is like, this is really scary new job, feeling uncomfortable, feeling nervous, feeling awkward. That this could feel like such potentially a safe space so fast could make her really enamored with it, but it's still not enough. She's smarter than this, and I agree.
She's a creative director. Like, she is high level. Like, she's been through it.
Yes.
And then she's like, wow, that was the best kiss ever. I think I wrote here, like, I hate that she seems dumb. Yeah. I hate that around this point I'm like, you seem like a dumb woman, and I know you aren't.
I do think with best kiss ever, if a person could make out with me and know exactly
and read
what
your
I'm
thoughts,
thinking,
yeah, of course it would be.
Kiss ever.
I'm confident it was the best kiss ever.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So she leaves, and then he goes back to his place, even though she wants to invite him back, but she decides to leave. He's going back to his place. Marissa Tomei is there. She's like watching through the window, and he hasn't been going to the coffee place since they fucked. And then she's like, I figured it out. You're gay. And I'm like, girl, if you'd only seen him dancing.
Yeah, you'd be like, yes, I don't need to tell him that. He has to know. And he tells her he's gay because from her thoughts, it's clear that that's the only way she's going to be okay with this.
Yeah, she's going to freak out. And so he's like, yeah, I'm gay. He does seem to like struggle with it for a sec, but I don't know. I was a little bit proud of him for coming out of it.
Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah,
for him.
think about it a little more. How gay? I'm as gay as it gets. She's like, okay.
We see him at next day with his coworker dude, and he's telling him he's like, women don't even have penis envy. Half of them don't even like it. Yeah. I loved that.
I love that line because it's true.
I mean, it's true, but I'm also like wondering how many. I thought we all agreed Freud was fucking dumb. Like, I thought we all know that women don't have penis envy. And I guess from this, I'm wondering, like, do some men actually straight up believe that women have penis envy?
Oh, that we wish we had a penis?
That we wish we had a penis.
Oh, yeah, from a straight up Freudian perspective. That's insane if you think that. I assumed...
Because that's where he's coming from.
That is probably... For some reason, I thought he was talking about, like, women not caring about dick size.
No, he said women don't have penis envy. He's like, we don't even have penis envy. I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, do people really think that? Just because fucking Freud?
I assure you, most women, don't. I would not want a penis.
The only part of the envy would be like, damn, how easy it is to make that thing come.
Yeah, I think that I would be... So, I think for me, like, if I could flip in and out, I would fuck with it.
Yes.
That could be fun.
For sure.
I think it'd be a good time.
But if I could, like... Having all that bulk,
if I could switch back and forth between being a man and a woman easily, great. But,
time.
like, I can't, and so I'd rather live in a woman's body because I don't want to deal with that shit. That seems... I don't know, exhausting. And I like being pretty, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway...
So then they have a Nike presentation. He does the presentation, even though it's her idea that he stole, and it goes really well. And he feels guilty, so he's writing a weird letter to Darcy trying to admit what happened to her.
Yeah.
And she brings over a bottle of wine and glasses to celebrate. She's like, come over to my apartment. And they kiss. And then the next day, find out the big boss fired Darcy.
Yes. Nike was like, you guys get the account. And he's like... Why would Darcy be here? She didn't do shit. You had all the genius ideas, Nick. You're the reason Nike wants us. And then he's like now realizing, he's like, what am I a bad guy? And he's like, no, I took the ideas from her. Yeah. And he is like, listen, bro, she's adorable, but like, you're smart. She's an idiot.
She's a woman. And also here's where he clocks that like Aaron is not at work. This like kind of...
Yes, the woman
girl.
who every time before the actress is I had
Gina Davis?
Judy Greer.
Judy Greer.
Yeah, it's Judy Greer, and every time he walks by her in the office, she's like, nobody notices me. I'm going to kill myself.
Yes.
some version of that. And she's not there.
Yeah, and so he's like,
and
oh no.
he's like, oh my God, I have to go make sure she's not dead.
He goes to find her address, and as he's on his way, some electrical stuff happens in the rain. He's electrocuted.
Yeah, and it's like he's finally learned his lesson, maybe? Like, why do you think this electrocution works? He did another electrocution before, and I was trying to figure out if it's like a magic thing of like, oh, you've completed your task.
Maybe, yeah.
You're doing a good thing right now.
Yeah.
Because you've learned.
Maybe.
That's kind of how I interpreted it.
I just thought an electrocution, this one worked.
Yeah. I think that's fair as well, but I just sort of assumed there was maybe like, oh, okay.
He's learned his lesson.
I don't know. He goes into her apartment. Like, I should have known that she wasn't dead, but I kept being like, are we gonna
deal with a dead body?
Suicide?
I know. And he's, of course, like, this, I don't think he's learned his lesson. Once he realized he can't hear her thoughts, he's way too focused on that to remember he's there to, like, prevent a suicide.
No, he's not like, is everything okay? He's just like, I can't hear your fucking thoughts anymore.
This is crazy. And she's like, dude, you're crazier than I am.
She's like, why are you in my apartment?
Yeah. And then he later tries to call Darcy.
Also, he gives her a promotion.
Yes, because she wanted a copywriter position. She asked a long time ago, and he just like kept saying her, ignoring her.
And so now she gets to be a copywriter. Goes to see Darcy.
And
ex-wife calls, and she's like, their daughter Alex has been crying. She's at prom.
Yeah, and so he goes to the stall next to her, and she's talking about how like the guy she's dating was like, I spent $400, and you're not gonna.
Yeah, their plan was to lose their virginity on prom night. She doesn't want. Yes, he probably has had sex before, but she's a sophomore. He's presumably a senior. Yeah. At one point, I was like, "Where are this girl's friends?" But then I was like, "I guess if she's a sophomore, her friends might not be there."
That's what I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's just crying because she's like, she decided she didn't want to have sex, and he was a big douche about it.
I spent $400. What a waste if you're not gonna have sex with me.
Awful.
And then the dad says to her, believe it or not, I know what it's like to be a woman. And I'm like, no, you don't. You know how to like hear them for a second.
You heard women's thoughts for a little bit.
Oh my God.
He's nice to her. They have kind of like a sweet moment.
Yeah. And then he finally gets to talk to Darcy, and he admits he was sabotaging her. And she's like, okay, well, if I have my job back, you're fired.
Yeah, she's like, knowing all this information.
And I'm like, good.
Yeah, thank God for that. She's like, wow, you stole everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I got to tell you, I don't really understand what happened after this. She's like, that's it. And he's like, I don't want that to be it. And I'm like, are they implying that he works there again, or just that they're in a relationship?
I think just in a...
Like, he doesn't work there, but they're in a relationship still?
Yeah, because she is like, okay, she's like, bye. He starts to leave, and she is like, is that it? Then why, is that it? Why are you leaving? And he's like, well, what do you mean?
Like,
and
she's like,
and she's like, then don't let a little thing like me firing you stand in your way. And I think it meant like between kissing fired, me,
but we're gonna be.
Yeah,
I hope so. And she said something about the man I love, and I'm like,
yes, I was like,
him?
Well, and then she calls. She's the knight in shining armor. So again, we're putting her in a position of power, but I like she hasn't established this throughout anyway. Yeah, what kind of knight in shining armor would I be?
I think he saved her and like got her the job back. That's what I'm worried about. That she's like taking it back and giving him the job. That's what I'm worried about with this knight in shining armor theme. But yeah,
the man I love needs rescuing, and I let him walk out the door.
Yep.
And then they had this kiss that I thought was about to turn into a wedding, and I got real scared, and it didn't. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, what kind of knight in shining armor would I be? You think she...
It's really unclear.
That's actually a great point. She could have been like, I should fire you.
Yeah,
like, just so you know, that's fucked up, and I should fire you. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to. Let's make out.
Yeah, it's really unclear.
I don't know. They're not staying together long. This
not more than
shit's a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think breaks up with who?
She has to break up with him. She has to get fucking sick of him. No?
I hope.
There's no way he breaks up with
Unless he just
her.
like falls back into his old ways like so quick.
Just like, oops, I fucked another woman.
Oh, right. I don't have to listen to women's thoughts anymore. So now I can just fuck someone.
I forgot that during sex I should be focused on you because you weren't complaining in your head about me.
Yeah, exactly. Like he hasn't had enough time to. How long does it take to establish a habit? 6 weeks? Some
Forever.
Shit? Whatever they say.
The thing is also, on the flip side, the whole thing about her is she does identify herself as someone who speaks her mind all of the time. Mm-hmm. She thinks she is this way, and in some ways she is this way. And so, like, maybe there's a chance if she's during sex, she's like, this doesn't feel good. I don't like this. Hopefully. But, like, still, I don't think it's longer than a month.
I don't know. Maybe he'll enjoy being, like, kind of put in his place a little bit. Maybe he kind of liked that. Maybe he realized he like, has some sub-vibes.
Yeah, I think so.
So it could be good for him.
He's just like, let me do my little dances for you.
He really just wants to do a little dance for a woman and have her say, you're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
I think so.
But yeah, I think a month is
tops.
Realistic. I don't know.
I agree completely.
But this movie wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, I was really like something near relieved.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. I assumed we were getting like, what's that awful film where the man sees like women who are fat as not fat? Or something?
My God. Shallow Hal.
I don't think I ever saw it, but I thought we were getting something of that concept. You know what I mean?
Probably will end up doing that one. It has been requested. Yeah. And I know that one's going to be rough.
It's probably a nightmare. But I thought we were getting something of that, like, you know what I mean? Bullshitty thing. Anyway, yeah, no, it was good. What made it good was that the women's thoughts were fucking women's thoughts.
Yes. Yeah. It wasn't stupid women thoughts because it was written by women and they actually did pick like realistic things that women do think
I fucking
versus
hate him.
like
he's creeping me out. He's looking at me. What am I going to do with my daughter? What am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. This
it was like
good.
about him and then also just like
their own lives.
Our life. Because that's usually what we're thinking about because we're people.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Just like you.
Just like you. We promise.
Yeah. Anyway.
This has been When Harry Dumped Sally. We have a Patreon. Subscribe to it.
Yeah, and our episodes come out every Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.